Well, it's 62 degrees. T-shirt. Amazing. Amazing difference. The chickens are happy. They're having a good time looking for bugs. Actually, I had a little insect flying around in front of my face earlier. I'm working on multiple projects at once. My video's uploading indoors. The batteries are looking good today. Actually, the last few days the batteries were looking good. I'm working on the wind turbine. Various stages of painting and processing here. I had to redo these because I stupidly did not clean the oil off first. I mean, how dumb. But, so I had to redo them. They were heavily oiled, and I tried to do a rush job and messed it up. So I had to clean it off and then repaint. But everything else is coming along. I've got one coat on one side of each of these parts. I decided to go with green because this is green energy. I just figured it'd be cool. So I'll be doing that. Got the Christian camper, I should say my mobile workshop on wheels, opened up. Got the windows open again, the doors propped open, and I'm drying it out inside. Now, good news actually is this was sopping wet right here, and it's actually drying. I need to get this all pulled down. I need to get in the closet and pull that piece down. You can see where water has run down the walls, right at that seam especially. And I need to just generally rip this down and gut this out so it can dry and minimize the rot. Once all the wood is out, there won't be much really to dry, honestly. And but I have to generally air out the whole camper because it's all wet. It's all humid and wet in here. And as you can see, I've been pulling down some of the junk a little bit at a time, ripping this stuff down. So I'm picking at it here and there. I keep picking at it as each time I come out here I grab a handful. So anyway, that's another thing. And then I got a project right here. I'm literally being running all over the place. I've had this for a couple of years. It's obviously a bench and vise. And I had to look up on the internet how it goes together because the chipmunks had eaten the instructions. So I'm going to put this up so that I have a place to prop up some of my stuff out here. I can start using this for some projects now and then as I go. Here's something important for survival. Mice make a mess of everything. That's disgusting. That's a given. You have to check your food because even if it's not expired, you have to often check your food and make sure it's rotated and make sure it's fresh. Make sure that it survives, because salt has become a lump and is actually corroding my other foods. This is a solid lump. I might repackage these in glass. I'm not quite sure yet. I've got all this salt I don't know what to do with it, if it's can be kept or not. I know salt doesn't go bad, but the packaging it's in has printed material and paint on it. I'm sure some of that's absorbed into the salt, which destroyed my sugar from being next to it. Salt absorbs moisture. Now here's a surprise. A can of pineapples. I guess not too much of a surprise. Good till February 18th, 2014. Still valid, but it's acidic and it ate through the jar and went bad. Here, tomatoes. Tomatoes are acidic. They don't store well. March 1st, 2014 has broken through. It has eaten through from the inside out through the container. Sort of annoying because this is actually not even that old. Good till 2014. Ruined, useless, because it's been exposed to the elements. It's eaten through its own container. So you have to check your preps. You have to keep them in a dry environment. If mice get in, they will contaminate and cause moisture inside the container, which causes destruction and damage. And most of these are good till mid-2014. This is all good stuff. But I'm losing some of my food already, just because this stuff doesn't stay safely in storage. Doesn't store well. So anyway, good lesson learned. Thought I'd share that with y'all. I've got all of my parts painted on both sides. One coat. It's still 2 in the afternoon, so I still have 2 hours left. I can get the second coat on these and maybe assemble this stuff tonight after dark. It's exciting. I think Monday I might be mounting this tower up in the air. It's interesting, with all of the damaging winds and destruction in this property in the last week, my porch stands strong. A lot of people said it wasn't going to hold up. A lot of people had me doubting myself, but it's still standing strong. It held up through all of that. I just want to share with you what I did the other day and totally forgot to mention. I stuffed this hole really tightly with fiberglass insulation. It's 3.5 inch thick, but it's doubled up, so I've got 7 inches of insulation in this back hatch, jammed in from side to side all the way across, so that helps a lot too now. And my wind turbine is doing surprisingly well up there. I really didn't expect to get that much wind on a 10-foot high pole. So for now, instead of going through great lengths to mount a pole for the other wind turbine, especially since it's so heavy, I'm going to put it also on a 10-foot, maybe a 15-foot pole temporarily, until I can get the proper equipment and mount it safely. Look at that metal sheet flopping in the breeze. I think I'm going to mount them back up and secure them with new screws. They ripped right out. It's quite depressing. But it's life in the country. There is going to be work. There's going to be repair. There's always going to be something to work on, repair, fix, do, create, modify. This is life out here in the forest. Nature is brutal. So I think for now I'm just going to shove them up on there, though, at least. And although I'm not collecting rainwater right now, but I just want to get them secured and minimize damage from them flopping around. Actually, let me see if I can do that now while I'm thinking of it. The tripod up. Well, I don't know if I can handle it alone. We'll find out. These are pretty heavy. It wrecked my fence. It totally wrecked my fence. Oh yeah, that's a problem. They're all bad thing. I don't know if I can do this alone. Oh, my fence is ruined. My electric fence is absolutely shredded. Oh. Nice. Oh, it's been a bad. Now I can walk through where my fence used to be. Well, there's some damage. The fence is shot. I'll have to buy new wire. It's all gone. It's broke to pieces. This is not going to be effective very well. I'll have to bend that back in shape. You can see it's now got a downward bend to it here in the middle, and since they're all bent up, I can't get them back together properly side by side how they're supposed to be. They ripped right off the mounts up here, so I'll have to get up here in the ladder and secure them better. They're not pretty anymore. I guess I can get them to function again. And the metal sheets help keep the whole structure rigid, which is part of the reason I mounted this up here. And it's all one unit, so I have to get to it. Well, look at that. I open this up, I'm going to put some new bedding in here, and I've got 3 eggs this time. She's laying. Got my first workbench in the new workshop. My workshop on wheels. So that went together pretty easily. And I just keep on working. I won't get it done anytime soon, because I still got these repairs to do, but I'm just picking along and slowly getting this done while it's warm. I'm going to work on replacing that fan with these ducts. The idea I had in the night with the air, the heat coming through there without the fan, means I might be able to just put a big mesh up here and have this little fan, where they put him, this little white guy that's down there, controlled by a thermostat, with a digital thermostat, pumping air into the bottom, cold air from the RV down low, cold air is down low, picked up by the floor of the RV, pumped into the stove shed at the floor, right through here, and then of course it'll cause an overpressure in the stove shed and cause the hot air to flow in even better, in theory. So I need to cut this hole in here anyway, and it's going to pull air from underneath the toilet, which will then flow from various places, because this isn't exactly sealed on the front of the toilet. This is just a board propped up. I never did get the magnets up there yet, but anyway, the air will flow from all over around the gaps here, and generally come around. Yes, some will come around from the litter box, but also there's an opening here, there's an opening up around the gaps here, so I'll get air from generally all the way around the bathroom area, because I'm just going to run a hole through here and then have that fan pushing air out as needed. So I've got to get my drill and start punching holes. Yeah, I hate putting holes in the RV. I said that again and again and again, but here I go. I'm going to put more holes in my RV. Especially if it's bad because of mice. I'm going to drill through and mount this fan so I can get some air through here. That's odd. What did I hit? Nothing. Oh, it made an ugly mess on the other side though. Good thing that's behind the toilet forever. I don't know if you can see those holes down there. It's hard for me to look and show you at the same time. I get my trusty Leatherman saw, which has helped me a lot. It's very awkward with this little hole, and my light isn't exactly agreeing with me here. Well, there's a hole. See if this will reach in there. And it's a tight fit. If it'll go, yes, it's going to be perfect. Okay. Oops. There you go. Oh, what a mess. There's a hole halfway through. I have to cut the other side. It's a good workout, that's for sure. There's the hole. Let's see if I can get this tripod situated. I can see the hole looking through the camera myself now. There it is. There's the hole. Now, I'll have to mount this 2x2 down here later. This, which way does this blow, by the way? I have to make sure I put it in the right direction. Where's the arrow? Flow. This way. This flows this way. For now, Let me see. Well, it's going to require some serious cutting on that metal to get it to go out. Well, this will go in here. No, it goes in there because I had it in there. There it is. There, that's in the wall. Good, perfect, look at that. Nice. See, that mounts right up on that board. Just perfect. It goes right through the hole, nice and tight. Perfect fit. And then over here, it comes nearly right through the wall all the way. So all I have to do is put a mouse-proof screen on there that still allows airflow. And I'm just going to leave that open to this side to suck in air from the whole bathroom area. That's perfect. That is a really good hole. That worked out. So now I got to do all the wiring and stuff. That's going to be a job. And then cutting through that metal is going to be a nightmare with a sawzall. I'm not so good with a sawzall. If I want to get that duct through that hole, I'm going to have to do it. I don't like using a sawzall at all. I got to figure it out. Well, I've got my new Stanley wire cutter and stripper tool. Got a little switch I'm going to mount up in here. Right next to the other old switch. Have to drill a hole for that. So, double-sided double throw, quite a switch. All I need is one connection for the plus on this. Let's see how big this is. Oh, it's almost a cutter. Oh, it is a cutter. Alright. Well, it works. Hoping I get one of these in there. Yep, that'll work. Good. See, ground can go straight on. What's this? This is the wire I was going to use for that cigarette lighter that I blew in summer when I was putting in the water tank. Finally replaced the fuse, which I don't want to blow again right now. I don't want to use that speaker wire. I've got better wire for that. I've got some chunks of 12 gauge wire for that purpose. Okay, I have to go get my wire. What a mess. This wire is so stiff. It's really fighting me the whole way. Let's see if I can get this to work. Switch to stop fighting me. Where's ground? That is powerful. That is a seriously powerful fan. I need to unplug that again. Working with so much power here, I take that fuse out when I'm working so I don't blow the line. That is a really powerful fan. Hope it's not going to be too loud, but it's under my bed, so maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, that fan was meant to blow some serious amounts of air. I'm going to tape these wires too, for safety. hole for that. Ooh, too small. Oh. Guess that's the one. Yep. Drill a hole in here, right next to this. I want it right next to here. There's not much space in there. Not much space in there at all. Guess I could put it here. I could put it anywhere. No, it's gotta be. There's not much space around that switch. There's a bunch of framework on both sides of it. Hopefully that'll go through there. Yes, it will. Alright. I want... which way? Let's see which way this goes. Okay, I want up to be on and down to be off. So if somebody accidentally kicks it with their leg, I'd rather have it kicked off than on. Well, here it is. But that is extremely loud. Boy, I hope that's not going to be so loud under the bed. That blows a lot of air. Now this is just on the switch. The thermostat I'll have to do another time because I have a guest coming. I think. He's late, but I have a guest coming over. So I'm going to see if that blows air out into the shed even without the duct for now. I bet if I put this lid on, that's going to blow a lot of air. Well, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is it works. The bad news is this thing pulls. Oh, where's English? 2.5 amps, which is 24-30 watts of power continuous. That's 30 watts continuous. That's a lot of power. It's a really powerful fan. Really, really powerful fan. So I'm going to have to find a way to get that current down. If I could get it down to an amp, that would be fine. So, although it works and it does blow heat, that's pushing too much current.